On the other side of the sea, Fairyland was hit with a tragedy. The wizard died and Mearl lost all his powers and became paralyzed and blind. That was the result of the broken horn from the white dragon. Fairyland was desperate. They didn't know what to do. Marlina, the bravest from all fairies, collected all her strength and organized the funeral for the wizard. They buried him on the protected ground, near the rainbow flowers. They put Mearl inside the cave near the source of life, and put a guard to protect him. Marlina sent Bobo to the magic forest to find the White and the Red Queen. He had to bring them with their army, so they could help Fairyland in the war. The queens were mostly shaken with the tragedy, but they came immediately to Fairyland. They had the biggest army of all. The whole land stood up and gathered to protect Fairyland in the war against Kobal and his army. Kobal agreed with his army that they will attack Fairyland right away. However, when Kobal came out from the tunnel, he saw an image that froze his blood. Marlina and the two queens were on the top of the countless army. They were flying right to the dark castle. The wizard left a secret letter to his fellow wizards where he said, "If you read this, I am probably gone forever. The only way to defeat Kobal is to release the spell from the dark castle and break the magic hourglass on his horn. If you do that, the war is over. Trap him inside of the dark castle and put my spell back. He won't be able to exit the dark castle ever again." Marlina was full of courage and she attacked Kobal with her army. He hid in the tunnel, but his enemies broke the ground. Kobal and his army were exposed like a broken anthill. They came out and started fighting. The queens attacked Syrinx and his spikes, and then they trapped them into a huge cage. After that, they set the chains and padlocks all over the cage and threw it into the deepest place in the sea. There was no way for them to get out. Kobal was now all alone with his Gloms. He was killing everyone who came near to him. Many elves and wizards lost their lives, even some of the fairies. At the end, Marlina came behind his back and tied Kobal's hands. Kobal got mad and he turned around and cut off her wings with his horn. The fairies rushed to help Marlina. Suddenly out of nowhere, Bobo came out, took the magic hourglass and broke it on Kobal's horn. Silence surrounded the whole world, like the time had stopped. The wizards released the spell from the dark castle and threw Kobal into the castle. They put the spell back so that Kobal cannot exit the castle ever. The windows and doors completely disappeared. There was no way out and no magic would help him to get out of it. After the defeat, Marlina and the others returned to the Fairyland. They were hit by a new tragedy. After the magic hourglass broke, Mearl died. It was the last straw. They all mourned. The fairy godmothers arrived to Fairyland. They performed the ceremony for Mearl, the father of Fairyland, and the wizard. In the end, Marlina transformed into a full fairy and she got new golden wings. She became the new ruler of Fairyland and got the title Mother of Fairyland.